Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh man, if you guys could see these guys in the background as I'm playing the music there to start the show, you would look at Magic. Look at this idiot. He's insane. So
Get a boxing match.
welcome everybody to the first claiming what I call this? Claiming shake of the season. We're also going to cover a little bit of what's going on currently with the Kentucky Derby picture. Listen, I'm usually by myself for this, but look, we've got guests. Magic, you're dancing, you're up, you're excited. What's up, man?
Dude, I am so pumped and ready for this. We haven't. I think we've won one shake in the first 2 years that we've been doing this format. So we're really excited that we've got a shake. Really mad about it because we thought we were getting smart and cute, but we're not the only smart, cute ones in the group apparently.
So, Magic, you're definitely on cocaine this morning, so that's great. Jared, I'll bring you in. It looks like you're awake, but maybe on coffee, not cocaine. How are you this morning?
Apparently, I start my mornings a little differently, I think, than Magic does up there on the West Coast. No, yeah, he's got his hands wrapped and he's got the hoodie up. I mean, I don't know what's going on. No, I had to jump on here because I heard there was a rumor that you and one of the guys involved in the shake was going to be on the show. I didn't trust that. So I needed to be on here. I don't like the way this league is ran, and I don't respect Magic Mike's show. So I just needed to be on here. But no, to your point, Magic, at least says something. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing, but anytime you make a claim for a horse and you hear that John also did, you got to say, okay, I got the right horse. Now I just got to beat John on the shake, which is a pretty much impossible task.
Yeah, John is undefeated in shakes. So, Magic, for you that never gets one, John always gets them. This should be interesting. So, before we get into the shake, though, we do have two other claims to announce that were not, they just one team tried to make the claim. So, there's no shake. They just automatically get the horse. How about the Dan and Michael Myers team? They are going to claim a mount, the Curlin colt who won on debut on December 26th for Todd Pletcher. And they're going to drop Lidstrom, an unstarted Bob Baffert horse who hasn't had a work in a while. Magic, I'll start with you. What do you think of the claim of a mount?
I don't think it's going to amount to too much. This is a horse that's a half brother to Mucho, who 2 years ago was our first round draft pick in the fantasy league, and we found out the day after that he was going to be a sprinter. So this is a horse that's by Curlin, the better sire than Blame for Mucho, but big concern for me. Curlin's 175K stud fee. This horse sold for 110, so they were willing to walk away for less than what it cost to knock up the horse and to create it in the first place. So it's not a good sign, but did win it at Gulfstream on debut, 7-4. It was a 7-2 morning line and bet down to 8-5, so clearly people knew this was going to be a good Pletcher on debut. We'll see what happens. I wish them all the luck. I want nothing to do with any horse related to Mucho, so good luck to you guys.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Jared, I'll kick it to you. Had you heard of a mount before this show started?
Yeah, I had. That was me. Like, if there's any guy in the league that's like looking for those like under the radar horses, clearly, I mean, I drafted a filly in the fifth round. If there's any kind of under the radar horse that's got upside, that's me. And so that horse had been on my radar. But yeah, I'm with Magic. Like, there was a lot too many of those weird signs with the horse that's like, yeah, no. And then it's like, what do you do? I mean, I get some are like, but I just don't understand. Like, you're dropping Lindstrom for another horse that is completely questionable. You know what I mean? Like, there's only like one trainer that you can kind of get away with, and we're talking about it today, that you can get away with claiming a horse this early that's kind of unasked or untested.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. So that's a good segue to go to a horse that is tested and has been in stakes races. And the other claim that does not have a shake is just one team made the claim for Midnight Bourbon. I thought this was surprising because Midnight Bourbon won the Lecomte. So this horse is pretty much on his way to the Kentucky Derby at this point. Whether he is that talented or not seems to be questionable, but still to win a prep race and only have one claim for it, it's the Magic Mike Show. So I'll kick it to Magic first. You have claimed Midnight Bourbon. Kind of take us through your thought process.
So this is actually a horse that I briefly considered claiming last week. The nice thing about Fairgrounds is that they get the cards out a week early for us. So everybody was able to look at the whole card. We had 2 horses that were running. One was in an allowance race, staying out late, who were dropping for Midnight Bourbon. The other was regular guy in the LeCompte. I wanted to see how things played out in the LeCompte because I really, aside from Mandaloun, I had a lot of question marks about everybody. So I wanted to see how things played out before I went and claimed a horse, before we claimed a horse, I should say. But Mike and I talked about it, and we like that he's by Tiz now. He's out of Malibu Moon Mare. We haven't had a good track record with Steve Asmussen horses, so a little weary about that. But we had the LeCompte winner last year in Forcible. Earned plenty of good points for us. We're hoping that we get the same. Again, this is our last round pick that we're dropping for this horse. Just get us some points. Just get us points, get in the Derby gate. That's all we need from you in the 5th round.
Yeah, so I agree he might be a worthwhile horse. Jared, what did you think of the LeCompte and really Midnight Bourbon's performance?
Yeah, I mean, if you're like, I tend to agree with what Slim kind of said the other day in the league in our group text. Kind of like those top 3 in that race, like at least they showed some sort of. The race was not good, but it showed some sort of upside. Midnight Bourbon. Mandolin, if you have Mandolin, who has Mandolin? Doesn't the
Killer Bees have Mandolin?
Killer Bees, yeah. So I mean, you're disappointed, but I mean, there's still upside, I think, with that horse. Midnight Bourbon, like he won. It's got the connections, like you say. Like it seems like we talked about Midnight Bourbon on Blinkers Off a little bit. A horse that seemed like had some upside, like had ran at least in class races. This seemed like a big stretch to go right to this race, but obviously it worked out. So I don't actually hate the pick because the horse is basically, like you say, on the trail, and Asmussen seems very, very content with this horse. With this horse being like on the Derby trail. So that's a good sign. He's 30-1. I saw on the morning line for the future or the pool 2 of the future wager.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't hate the claim. I don't necessarily love the horse, if that makes sense. I think the horse is going to be valuable in this league. We know Steve Asmussen will run the horse in preps. So yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with everything everybody's saying. All right, the main event, right? This is what everybody is tuning in for. Maybe they're leaving us now that we're going to talk about this. A 2-way shake for the unraced, unstarted Fenway out of the Bob Baffert barn. I'm guessing these 2 teams, the John and Ryan team and the Magic Mike team, saw him absolutely dust Freedom Fighter in a workout just a couple of days ago. Freedom Fighter, a horse that is owned in this league by Evil Stevel and Austin, so maybe that could be bad. But yeah, the horse I thought was decent, and Fenway just really dusted him. So we'll see here what's going to happen right here. John and Ryan. Magic Mike.
Let's start. So before you do it, what are again? Let's acknowledge Magic Mike never wins.
They never win.
And the other side doesn't ever lose. So what odds are you giving this shake right now?
9-1, as John White would say.
9-1.
Magic Mike, 9-1, and John White is 1-9 to win the shake. So, all right, Racing Dudes. Without further ado, here's the 2. Look, Magic, I'm putting them in.
I want to see them both go in the hat. No, take them back. I want to see you put it in the hat on camera because it looked like it went out of the hat.
Oh, Magic Mike. John and Ryan. There they are. Look.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You don't know. There's like 10 other John Ryans.
I was going to say, how many other John and Ryan things are in your hat? Come on.
Look.
Okay.
There's 2 people.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Look, here. I'm not looking.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Here we go.
This is going to be so good.
Are you kidding me?
The John.
You can't make this up.
The John and Ryan team have won the two-way shake with Magic Mike. And
he's gone. Yeah,
he left. So John and Ryan have claimed Fenway, and they're going to drop Hosier. Hosier was disappointing in the maiden special weight with Concert Tour, who John and Ryan also had. Hosier was disappointing fourth in that race. So officially, John and Ryan will claim Fenway and drop Hosier. That'll be our third claim to talk about. Magic, I'll get your thoughts first about this.
This you can't win. You cannot win this league. This is impossible. The only way you win this league is if COVID happens, and John has to make so many claims he can't dig himself out of a hole.
So,
bullshit, man.
First, let's comment on your shirt, because I am not going to get – I can't wear a tank top. That's just not for me. But I would love a T-shirt or a hooded sweatshirt of that shirt. That's great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, well, Magic, real quick, because you did put in the claim for Fenway. What did you like about him? What did you think about him? And kind of talk about him.
Well, listen here. I'd love to make a challenge right now. John, Ryan, you and me, man, mano a mano. Let's go for it. Come on. I'm hyped up. Let's go.
I mean, I like your odds in that one, by the way.
Well, I don't
They're
think
too nice. You can't hit a nice person.
No. Well, listen, a younger John, I think, would kick your ass for sure. Like, I don't think it'd be close. But Ryan, I definitely think you could beat him up. And John, at his age, it would be tough. So, here, let's kick to you, since Magic is he's looking good, by the way. Magic's looking jacked right now. But let's kick to you. What are your thoughts on Fenway? You sent me his workout video last night, so obviously you've been watching. What do you think of him?
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about Fenway just last night, and then obviously John put a claim in, and I told you last night I wasn't claiming one, so you told me that, and didn't know Magic Mike would also put a claim in, and when I saw that, I thought, yeah, I mean, I get it, because that horse, there's two. We need to mute Magic. There's two Baffords, I think, that at least have the most upside, or at least I like the most, and that's Bezos and this horse. And now John and Ryan have them both. So at least as far as looks go, those two horses are legit. So yeah, listen, it's middle of January. Neither horse has had a start. If it wasn't Bob Baffert, you would just say whatever, but yeah, I mean, his history shows that he can make at least one of these horses something good. Fenway obviously that workout, man. That's you take notice of that. I don't know. I mean, they have 4 Baffert horses now, so surely one of them can pop, right?
Yeah, no, that's right. They've got 4 out of their 5 are Baffert horses, so that's just incredible, right? And there's still more out there that could be better than what they have. Maybe not, but maybe. You just never know. In the guy's own barn. Really incredible. So let's kind of do this, because you guys, I don't know, that was Jared just sent me a future wager email right now. So let's do this to kind of round out the show today. Magic, I'll go to you first. Give me your way too early pick to win the Kentucky Derby, and give me the horse that you think is providing the most value right now on that future wager list, or maybe it's not even on the list, but it's a horse that's like, this is my under the radar horse at this moment.
Well, let's see. Taking a look, if you're looking for value in the Derby, you're talking about the Derby future wager pool that's coming up this week? Mm-hmm. Oof. Let's see. Cattle River probably at 27-1, just because I've seen everybody else ahead of that, and they're either too short a price or not good at that price. So Cattle River at 27-1. He's in the Smarty Jones this Friday. Full preview is up at racenews.com right now, so you can go check that out. Cattle River, I think, is the standout in that group there. As far as like a long shot to go with, well, I heard that, what's his name, Fenway is 60-1 right now. So there's value. You got an unraced Baffert at 61. What happens if he wins? You're getting a lot less than 60-1. If he loses, well, he was 60-1, so you didn't really lose a whole lot.
Gun to your head, who's your Kentucky Derby pick right now? Forget about odds.
A gun to my head?
Yeah.
Essential quality.
Ooh, okay, Jared. Okay, same question, Jared. Who's your pick to win? Who's your value pick right now?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, I still think we are a little bit out as far as like I haven't seen much. Like it's like I feel like the list is so small when it comes to these horses that I feel confident in, or at least even feel confident in even being a contender for the Kentucky Derby at this point. So I mean, obviously, essential quality, Life is Good is in there. Gosh. Let's all right, I'll give you and this is slightly biased, slightly not, but how about Highly Motivated for a long shot? That horse is back on the work tab, and obviously a horse that looked very good earlier on, and maybe it's finally a year that Chad Brown can win a Derby. So I'll take him at that, and then give me Life is Good on the kind of if I'm playing a favorite. I just think the Baffert horse he's going to be talked about all year, and obviously he was the number one pick in the draft for a reason. So those would be the two for me. But yeah, I mean, I still think it's why Bezos is on the list. He's 20-1 and he's never in, So I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now with these horses. Like, I still feel like we're just so far out from there's like the two, essential quality. Life is Good, and past that, I mean, what do you feel good about?
Nothing, basically. So I totally agree with you. Listen, my answer is the same. My value pick and my pick to win it is the exact same. 20-1 Senor Buscador. Give me it all day. I'm ready. I'm bullish as fuck on this horse. I'm ready for this horse to run. This is going to be my favorite horse of all time if he runs well. I'll just tell you that right now. So I'm ready for Senor Buscador, man. So that's my answer.
What do you think about him dodging the Smarty Jones field? I mean,
we looked at it. We being his owner and I have a lot of weight in what happens now. We looked at the LeCompte, we looked at the Smarty Jones, and we said it's really kind of a mockery to run there because it would be so easy, and we didn't want to embarrass anybody. So we're looking for different races, maybe the Southwest, maybe the Risen Star. We'll just see. We'll let the horse tell us. We're going to let the horse tell us, and he's telling us right now that he doesn't want to embarrass other horses. He's a very friendly horse, so we'll see when he has a little stiffer competition. But he's working well. Everything's going well with the horse, and we're just happy to be in this situation. So.
I hate to stop you from your dumb bullshit rambling there about your horse, but let me ask you guys this question. I think it's interesting. Is the Derby winner on this list?
Yeah,
it's like don't be dumb. Like, what do you really feel good about just in general? Do you think the Derby winner is on this list, or do you think it's like we're still way out as far as it might be March before one of these horses really emerges, and maybe currently the 24th option, which is the all others?
Derby winner is on this list. Yes.
I would have said no if this was the first one, but usually the second one, now we've had time to see who is starting to show up and who's hurt and what. I was looking at the wrong list. I was looking at the results of Pool 1. Pool 2, I didn't see Prime Factors 30-1, so I think there's a lot of upside with him. So as far as value goes, that's a good one too. I'm with you, Aaron. I think that the winner is on this list. I couldn't tell you who it is very carefully. I think there's it's still wide open, but there's a really good list of. You've got a lot of Bragg Fox, you've got a lot of Bob Baffert, Chad Brown's on here, Asmussen. So you've got all the normal big hitters in the Derby Fantasy League or in the Derby Prep Trail. So I think that it's on here.
Yeah, it seems like aside from maybe like another Justified type situation, or Pletcher, or someone that comes up with some kind of crazy 3-year-old that just out of nowhere, it's hard to kind of imagine a Derby winner not coming off of this list at this point. It just seems like you say, we are already kind of well within the Derby preps. Oaklawn starts, like you said, this week, starts their Derby preps, and so yeah, I mean you kind of and like Halterman, he's real big as far as he knows obviously the training patterns for a lot of these trainers, and you're at that point of the year where you need to be in the conversation right now. in order to get to the conversation later. You know what I mean? Like you've got to be on the radar right now if you want to get to your third start or whatever being the Kentucky Derby.
No, exactly right. So that's, it's going to take a really special horse now to be a late arriver onto the scene. I think that's the big key. And Justify was that special horse, but that doesn't come around very often. So, I definitely think I think Magic said it best. I think the horse is on the list. Who that horse is, don't ask me that. Because if Senior Buscador, if we decide to just kind of wait for the Travers or something like that, then it becomes wide open. So we'll just decide. It's kind of in our hands what happens with the rest of these horses. So, listen, we're not going to take all day. I like it. Nice little 20-minute show. That's kind of the goal there. So, listen, though, we need to promote a few things before we get off the air that are really important to people that are still listening. Go listen to Magic interview Graham Motion if you haven't already. I'll say this, Magic. I hate to brag on you, but this is probably one of the best things we've ever had on the website. I would rank this right up with some of Saratoga Slim's Saratoga articles where he's kind of went and interviewed trainers, whether it's getting ready for the big race like Shug McGahee and the Travers, or Pletcher and Asmussen, like pre-Saratoga, really getting a feel for the horses they're going to have for the meets. I think it ranks right up there, Magic. You should be proud of that one. I was bummed that I couldn't be on it, but after listening to it, I was like, thank God I wasn't on that, because I just would have fucked that up, because you did really good. So great job there, Magic. Also, Rocket Hour Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. We'll be at Gulfstream Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, we will hit Oaklawn Park, opening day at Oaklawn Park. Jared, I know we're going to be covering all things Pegasus on Blinkers Off on Thursday. So check that out. A huge Pegasus coming. We've got the guide coming up. Should be released probably, I would say, Thursday as well, just to guess. Yep. And Magic, the Magic Mike show coming up Thursday as well. What are you guys doing? You had any idea yet?
We're going to Gulfstream. Pegasus. It's Pegasus Day. That's all anybody cares about. We haven't figured out yet if we want to do the late pick 4 early, but it's definitely going to be a Pegasus Day. Nobody cares about anything but Pegasus Day this coming weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really excited. I love this weekend with the Pegasus and with Oaklawn opening weekend. It is just a lot of fun. First time I'll ever be sober on the Friday before the Pegasus ever. So that could be interesting.
Kind of a sad day, really.
It is.
We it's the first Pegasus Halter and I won't be there for. So obviously, they haven't ran it forever, but it's several years, and it's kind of a bummer not to be there. But the guide will be, the pre-sale begins today. As soon as I get off this, I'll have it posted on the website. So be on the lookout for that. So if you want, the guide coming out, Halter and I are going to team up again on the guide to try to do well again. We had about almost a 60% ROI at the Breeders' Cup on our article. And we're going to try to do that again for all the stakes races on the Pegasus card. So stay tuned for that. And of course, all the guys on racingdudes.com will have consistent picks for all the top 4 for all the stakes races. So we'll have that as well. I was going to say something else. Oh, be on the lookout. I don't know if it's going to be on the pod if Halter and I get together or not, but it definitely will be on the live show on Saturday. My boy will be representing the Mahomes jersey, and I cannot wait for that. So you want to tune in for that to see how good he looks in red or white, whichever you choose. I don't trust you enough to wear white, so I probably red.
Listen, you're coming over for Saturday, right? For the Pegasus, yeah. So here's what I'll do. I will host Blinkers Off on Thursday, because that was one of the stipulations that I have to host the show this week. So I'll do the hosting, and then Saturday I will make good for the live stream on the Mahomes jersey. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Way we don't have to make an unexpected or an unneeded trip just to exchange a jersey there. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I have no problems with that. And that's fine. And I'm glad you said the live stream. Certainly we'll have a live stream on Saturday as well. No question. Yeah,
the one plus side of us not being at the Pegasus live is that we'll be able to do if you guys obviously followed us for the Breeders' Cup, of course, Slim was all over that one, and of course the Derby and the Preakness ones. I mean, we were always basically all day, and we'll be doing the same thing for the Pegasus. So tune in for that live on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's gonna be a busy day. I don't know if I'm coming or going this week, and that's all right. That's what I wake up and love every day. So, and especially, I wake up for the Rocket Show. That's what keeps me going. I've about quit the site 4 or 5 times, but I just can't quit the Rocket Show. So, all right, guys, any last words, or are we good to get out of here?
I think we're good. I think Magic's got to go let some steam off. I don't know exactly who knows how or what, but yeah, he's got to go take care of himself. So I think we should probably let him go.
Yeah, I'll let him go. Magic, send the link out to where we can buy that shirt, not a tank top, but like a t-shirt or a hoodie. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Listen, this used to just be me by myself, kind of just talking to myself. So it was nice to have a couple of guests, and it's kind of nice to make this actual Kentucky Derby roundup other than just me listing the name and leaving. So thank you guys very much. And you will see us so many times this week that by Saturday evening, you will be sick of us. I promise you that. So it's a big week, guys, and we look forward to talking to you all week long.